Thank you to Vaidehi for having me over. It feels so great to see so many young minds here. And thank you for that lovely introduction. You all must be wondering what a classical dancer is up to with a social activist, an NCC volunteer, an actor. Well, originally I'm a classical dancer. Classical dance is limitless, and so is a classical dancer. I've been dancing all my life. Dance has helped me sustain the ups and downs of my life. When you dance, you set yourself free. When you set yourself free, you dream limitlessly. And when your dreams are sincere, the universe supports you to achieve your dream. And here I'm talking about the dreams we see with our eyes wide open. My father recognized the dancer in me at a very early age. He encouraged me to pursue it with full potential. A turning point in my life, after noticing my increased interest in dance, my father suggested I take up dance as a career instead of medicine. Then I was contemplating between the two to choose after getting a government medical seat in Mysore Medical College through NCC quota. Academically, I was an average person. My father knew very well I wanted to pursue medicine mainly because of the social pressure. Because back then, it was medicine or engineering were considered as the only two professions. My father proudly supported me and encouraged me to do everything I wanted to do except joining armed forces. Being a very enthusiastic NCC cadet, having participated in Republic Day Parade, Announcing Camp in Vizag, mountaineering in the Himalayas, and several other national level camps, and the various trainings I got from NCC, I was keen on joining Indian Navy because I was an NCC naval cadet. But one reason my father didn't want me to join armed forces is not because of the gender-biased views, but because of the great attachment and the love he had for me. The fear of losing me didn't allow me to join armed forces. Perhaps my unfulfilled desire is making me now engage in nation-building activities through NCC UDAN, United and Disciplined Alumni Association Network, and I'm the privileged one to lead the Karnataka chapter. Coming back to setting, thank you. Coming back to setting yourself free, my second turning point in life, I was freed to explore the unlimited potential of preserving and promoting the Indian art form in the world I always wanted to. I was chosen as a cultural ambassador of Indian classical dance by the North American Temple Association, and I had to travel to United States of America when I was 21 years old. Back then, it was in 1990s, it was like an alien planet for us. US was like an alien planet for us. My father supported me to go all by myself and explore and live my life. And that was a second turning point in my life. I had realized that life won't give you what you want. It will give you what you strongly believe in. I started thinking, and I started taking my life organically and holistically. I had taught classical dance for over 1,500 students in the United States, had a couple of hundred performances and numerous awards, whatever. But I wasn't happy, content. I never felt proud of myself. None of this made me feel proud of myself. My inner voice was constantly telling me that I'm not directing the art in me in the right direction. Until I freed myself to think the art I have and the strong belief I have, that is, responding to the social causes. And once that was achieved, when those two were aligned, the support from this powerful universe poured in. A question people often ask me is, why or how did you become a social activist? I have to mention an incident here which happened long ago. I was just 7 years old. I was playing with a stranger on the streets, and after knowing that girl belonged to an economically backward family, I got her inside the house and I gifted her 2 of my new clothes. And I was very satisfied looking at her happy face. I was not aware that my father was observing all this. When I realized, I was very scared to face my father, because I was very sure he was going to scold me for gifting 2 brand new clothes which he bought for me. But instead, he appreciated. He said, Magale, meaning daughter in Kannada, you have done the best thing. This is the best thing you have done so far. Keep up the good work. And that is it. After that, never looking back. I thank my father for making me a socially responsible person. I have realized that I can't be restricted as a classical dancer alone. Because of the way the world is evolving, my mind is also expanding to new things. What I see in the world, I'm contributing through the classical dance form. The dance has been a tool for me to express my best abilities. I have chosen the Indian classical dance form of Bharathanatyam to express myself, the gratitude to the people I admire and respect the most. That's our soldiers. Sainikonku Naman is my choreography, which expresses the humble gratitude to our selfless soldiers. And I have performed this across the country. And while talking about this, I have to mention this one thing. I have this habit of visiting the martyrs family, the Indian Armed Forces martyrs family, wherever it is in Karnataka. So one such incident last year, when I went, Havaldar Kashirai Bomanhalli, he was martyred in Pulwama attack. Well, talking to his mother, she was very happy to see me there in her village, because she was used to seeing me on television. She thought first I went to her village for some kind of shooting. When she realized that actually I went there to meet her, she was very happy. She opened our son's albums and she started explaining about his childhood, everything, about just everything. And at that time, after a while, she started explaining how that attack took place and what her son went through. That whole scene while she was telling. For the first time in my life, I realized I started feeling guilty. I couldn't look into her eyes. I was in tears. More than feeling sad, I was feeling guilty. At that moment, what came to my mind was, am I worthy of a soldier sacrificing his life for me? What is that I'm doing for a soldier to sacrifice for me? Am I living such a life that his sacrifice is worth? This feeling made me feel very guilty. That day I realized if every single citizen of our India feels the same, this world, this country will become such a sane place to live in. I have traveled across the country performing this Sainikokku Naman to express my gratitude, and I will be performing a small bit of it, a very tiny bit of it in front of you today. And before I conclude my talk today, my final words are, I feel lively, I feel happy all the time because I continue to set goals. I believe in them. I focus on working towards them and finally to achieve them. And most importantly, repeat it. Set a goal. Work towards achieving that. Focus, believe in that. Focus on achieving that and repeat. You continue to do that and you will be the happiest person on this earth. Thank you all so much. Thank you.